hope you're all well. Today is Thursday and it's currently about 5 p.m. I think. Oh, just nearly dropped my phone on the floor. Yeah, 5 p.m. and this is the video, you'll have seen the title already. This is the video for the stay home reading rush weekend readathon, and I'm really excited. There is also Jade from JD Ray Reads is hosting a 24-hour readathon from midnight Friday night, Saturday morning through till midnight, well 11:59 on Saturday night, so I'm going to take part in that as well. And then I also have my Owls, which is, you know, the month-long readathon that G from Book Roast is hosting, and also the Eurovision-a-thon starts on Saturday, so I have a book in here or two that count for that as well. Lots of reading going on. So let's start off with my Reading Rush TBR, because I have done a video for it, but very quickly I'll just go through it again. So for the book with a house on the cover, I'm going for The Bear and the Nightingale. There are houses down along the bottom there, so I will be reading this. This will also count for the Eurovision-a-thon for Russia, because that's where this is based. So if you want any information about any of the readathons, I'll leave them down below. Owls is obviously a month long during the month of April. The Eurovision one is a month long from Saturday this weekend through till the 16th of May, if I'm correct on that one. It's basically a month long, but not during one single month. So yeah, and obviously JD Ray Reads 24 hours will be over by the time you see this video, so there's that too. Read a book in the same room, so I've just gone for a really easy graphic novel. I'm going to go for The Prince and the Dressmaker, because this will not take me long at all and I can just read it sat here, which, to be fair, is probably where I will read all of my books. So then read a book somewhere set somewhere that you want to go. I always want to go to Hogwarts, now more so than ever with the lockdown, etc. So I will be picking up Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm reading this for Transfiguration for my Owls, which is to have a shapeshifter in the book, obviously Sirius Black. So excited to pick that one up. That is the illustrated edition, but I'm listening to it at the same time as going through with that, so that's really exciting. And then let me just make sure I've got my thing so I can tell you what these others count for. And then read a book that will make you smile. So I'm picking up The Switch by Beth O'Leary. This came out today. I was sent a finished copy from the publishers, so thank you so much to Quertus. I don't know how you say it, there's not even a T in it. Quertus, I think that's how you say it. Apologies, team. Thank you so much to you guys anyway for sending me a copy of this along. I really appreciate it. And this will cover Charms, which is a book with a white cover, so this will count me out for Charms. And then the only one that I have left that I actually need to get in order to get my Owls to become a Care of Magical Children person, that is the job that I'm going for, by the way. My brain is not working today. It's going a lot slower than my mouth is, which is very irritating, frustrating at the same time. History of Magic is the last one I have to go for, which is Wizards and Witches. So So it'd be really nice to pick that one up as well if I can do. So that is the Adventure Zone. So I will be aiming to pick that up as well this weekend. For some reason, it didn't compute in my head when I made my TBR that I could have picked this to read in the same room rather than The Prince and the Dressmaker. But we're going to try and read both anyway. Either way, both of them will count for that one, so there's that. And then I've got two other books, so then I will have completed my Owls. And then I've got two other books that I'm partway through that I really want to finish this weekend. I actually really want to finish Obsidio tonight, if I can, / tomorrow morning, because I am passing this on tomorrow to a friend. So I'd really like to finish that tonight / tomorrow. I don't have too much longer left. I think there's about 8 hours 45 minutes or so of the audio left. So I'm listening to it on ×2, which is like 4 hours something. So I could finish that tonight if I really put my mind to it, but we'll see. And then I've also got The Sixth Target by James Patterson. Now I don't have too much longer left on this. I'm on page 190 and there are 128 pages in here, so I'm over halfway through. So it would be nice to finish that this weekend as well, because I'm sick to death of seeing this book. I know that Siobhan has literally just messaged me to tell me that she's just finished it now, so it's taken us like a month to get through it, so it'd be nice to finish those two as well. So I have a lot on my plate this weekend, which I know is standard for me, and as usual I will probably overwhelm myself and then therefore not pick anything up. So I just need to get my head in the game. I've not done a great deal of reading recently, and I really, really want to, because obviously I have a great deal of catching up to do. If I can get my Owls finished this weekend, as well as doing the Reading Rush and JD Way Reads 24-hour readathon, that would be awesome. And then also start the Eurovision-a-thon as well. So this is really heavy, but this is what I'm planning on reading this weekend, which looks absolutely fucking ridiculous as usual. I make no apologies. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be fine, as she says. So yeah, but I'm really excited though, because the only things I actually have to physically read are the graphic novels. The rest is all audio, which is great, I think. So yeah, I am going to go and sort myself out with some food because I'm really, really hungry, and I will do some reading. So I'll check back in with you when I've got something to report. I don't know how exciting this vlog is going to be, because obviously we're stuck indoors. So, well, we're not stuck indoors, I can go in the garden, but we're stuck at home. So we'll see what happens, but I will keep you posted when I've got something to update you on, and I will check back in with you later. Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today is Saturday the 18th of April, and it's currently 10 AM. I've been awake since 7:30. I've been out of bed since about 8:30, so I've been sat up reading. I got no reading done yesterday, so that's why there wasn't an update. I had a visitor, a friend of mine came round for a visit. Obviously social distancing was totally in play. He sat in the garden and I sat in my doorway of my kitchen, so we were social distancing, but he came round to visit. You may have seen a little clip of some flowers he brought for me. They were beautiful. So yeah, I got no reading done yesterday, but today I am planning on doing lots and lots of reading. I went to sleep really, really late last night because really, really early last night, can't even speak, really, really early last night, because I was so tired from being in the sun like for ages yesterday, because we were sat like pretty much in the garden for most of the day. So I was really, really tired last night, and I was asleep for like 9:30. So I got lots and lots of sleep. It's really weird though, because if I sleep for too long, I can feel tired in the morning. I can sleep too much, basically, is an actual thing for me. But I'm sort of waking up. I've had some breakfast, and I have just finished a book. So I've just finished The Princess and the Dressmaker. No, The Prince and the Dressmaker even, by Jen Wang. I loved this. I've given it 5 out of 5 stars. So this is following a young prince who is very confused by how he feels about things. So obviously he is a prince, and he is just reaching the age of 16, and his mother and father, the queen and the prince, are trying to get him to pick someone to marry, a princess to marry. So obviously they hold a ball for his 16th, they invite all the princesses, and one of the princesses that goes doesn't really want to go. She ruins a dress the day before, and her mother manages to find a tailor who is willing to help out. He gets one of his seamstresses on it, and it is Frances who we are following, our dressmaker. And she, the request from the princess is to make it as awful as she possibly can, and she essentially makes her like this black, really gothic dress. It's actually a pretty cool dress, but obviously not for princesses in those days. So she turns up to the ball in that dress, and our prince loves to wear dresses, and he decides he wants to give Frances a job. So he takes her on as his dressmaker, and he dresses up as who he then calls Lady Cristalla, who is one of Frances's favourite ballet plays. So he dresses up as this Lady Cristalla, and goes out on the town, and obviously he doesn't get recognised because he's dressed as a woman, but he's very confused about why he feels, some days he feels completely fine being dressed as the prince and being the prince and being a boy, and then other days he's just not, and he just wants to be dressed in women's clothes and be dressed as a woman. So yeah, it's a case of a young boy trying to figure out who he is in the world and what he wants to be, and it's just such a beautiful story. I really loved it. I loved where it went. I was so happy with the ending. It was just adorable and I loved it so much. The illustrations are beautiful as well as the story, so I highly recommend checking this one out if you are into your graphic novels, because it was just so good. So yeah, I really loved it. 5 out of 5 stars, and that sort of gets me, for the reading rush, that gets me read a book in the same room. So I read it here on the sofa. It would actually cover read a book that will make you smile as well. So if I don't manage to get that book finished, which I really hoping I am, because I'm on the tour for it this weekend, so I need to get it finished anyway. And that book is the book I'm planning on picking up now, which is The Switch by Beth O'Leary. So I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. Really hyped about it. I do have the audio for this, so that will help me get through, which is great. So yeah, looking forward to picking this one up, which is what I plan on doing next. So I'm not sure how long the audio is for that, by the way. Oh, I got a new phone. Do you like it? So this is my, let me just show you the back without the cover on. This is my old phone, which is the Huawei P20 Pro, and this is my new phone. It's actually a bit smaller because I didn't get the Pro on this one, because the screen goes around the edges on the Pro and I don't like it. My brother's got it. I don't like the screen going around the edges, so it's actually a little bit smaller than this one, but I'm not mad about it. Also, aren't they both beautiful? So I'm in the process of transitioning over. I've put everything onto this new phone now, but obviously I'm keeping my old phone just going for the time being, just so that I don't forget to transfer in something over, because that would literally be something I would do. So 10 hours 12 minutes for the audio for Beth O'Leary, but for the Switch, sorry, but I have already started it, so I'm already on chapter 5, currently 36 pages in. So around about 5 hours, which is really good because it's only 10 o'clock now, so that would get me to about 3 o'clock if I just listen to it constantly, which is pretty easily done. I've got some jigsaw puzzles I can do. I might do some bullet journaling, we'll see. So yeah, that's really good. I was actually, I don't know why, but I thought that this was going to take a lot longer than it is. So I thought this was going to take me like the whole day and then that would be it. And that's all I'd get read today. So that's not the case, which is great. So really glad about that. Also on Thursday I did finish Obsidio as well. That was like the first day of the reading rush, which in theory could be a book that will make me smile, because it did make me smile. But yeah, I finished that on Thursday. I can't show you because I've passed it on to my friend who came yesterday. So I've given him the whole trilogy and also The Martian. So I think he's going to start The Martian today, which is awesome. So yeah, that's my plan. So to get the Switch finished and then possibly start The Bear and the Nightingale, just dependent upon how heavy this is. I don't think it'll be too heavy, but if it is, I'll probably then just pick up Harry Potter, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted though. Planning to get a bit more content for you guys today, because obviously I didn't get anything yesterday, but we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted though. Oh, I need to edit a video at some point as well today and upload that. Maybe I might do that now, and then it's done and it's uploading, because it'll take a while. Yeah, I think I might do that now. I'll keep you posted anyway, and I will check back in with you and have something else to report. I have finished a jigsaw puzzle. How cute is this one? It is a book stack. Okay, it is currently 20 to 3 and I am on page 204 of The Switch. We have just over 100 pages to go, and I said 1,000 pages then, it's ridiculous. Just over 100 pages to go. So I've just got this lot left to do now. Not too long to go. I did stop for a little while and I'll just take a bit of a break. But yeah, my back's killing after doing the cute little jigsaw puzzle. I loved it. This is the kitty one, but I'm not going to do that today because my back is really sore. So yeah, I'm going to continue listening to the Switch. I'm going to go up and do some Bookstagram pictures in the library. So I need to take some Bookstagram pictures, and yeah, that's my plan. Well, I forgot to update you last night. It's currently 22 minutes past 11 on Sunday morning. I slept a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I was coming down with a migraine last night, so went to bed and set my alarm this morning for 8:30 and must have turned it off and continued sleeping. So here we are. I have a parcel from Amazon. I know what this is because I ordered it yesterday. Okay, get these out and then I'll show you what I got. They all came. They told me that one of these wouldn't make it today. It would be Thursday before I got here. Oh, yay. Okay, so I ordered the whole trilogy of, I don't know what this series is called, but the Truly Devious series in hardback, because I have the paperbacks of the first two, but this is only out in hardback at the moment, won't come out in paperback till next year, and I wanted my set to match. Not only that, but Truly Devious in paperback is really floppy, whereas The Vanishing Stair is not, and it really irritated me. So I will sell my other two, or, you know, give them away or something. But, oh yay. Pretty. I've only read Truly Devious so far, but I gave it 5 stars, so really excited to have the other two now. That's very exciting indeed. And they're all in hardbacks. They all look super pretty. This is a chunky one. Yay. So I have them all now. They'll look really nice on my shelves, which is exciting. And then I also got Break Your Glass Slippers by Amanda Lovelace. This is a poetry collection, and oh, that's pretty. I love Amanda Lovelace's poetry collections. I haven't got the mermaid one yet, to be fair. I'm waiting for it to come down in price. Keeps coming down, then I miss it, and then it goes back up again. But these pages are gorgeous. Look at those. So this is a poetry collection, and it does have illustrations in it, which are really cute. And they're slightly blue as well. I don't know if you will be able to see that, but let me see if I can find one that will show it a bit better. Can you see the outside of that is like a little bit blue? Very beautiful. So yeah, I love her poetry collection, so I thought I would get this too. It's only just come out, I think, yesterday or the day before. So yeah, really excited about that one as well. So that's what I got from Amazon. Now, reading update. Yesterday I finished both The Prince and the Dressmaker and also The Switch. I gave The Switch 5 stars. This was gorgeous. Absolutely loved it. This came out on Thursday, just gone, the 19th, and I loved this. Was it the 19th? No, today's the 19th. What am I talking about? The 16th. And I absolutely love this. It was fantastic. This is following Lena, who works in London. She has been working flat out for the last, I think it's like 6 months or so, because of something that happens that I can't tell you about because it's not in the synopsis, but it happens in like the first couple of chapters. They tell you about it in the first couple of chapters of the book, so, but I don't want to spoil it for you because it is a little bit shocking. So she's been working flat out for the last 6 months or so, and she royally cocks up a really important presentation for a big firm that they work for, and she then gets put on sabbatical by her boss Rachel for 2 months, where she'll get paid for 2 months, but she basically is forced to take a holiday because she's just been working herself stupid. So she decides to go back to her hometown in Yorkshire, where she goes visiting her grandmother Eileen. Her mum is still around, Marion, but she won't speak to her mum because of this thing that happened. So they're all suffering because of it, they're all grieving because of it, but they're all dealing with it in different ways. Anyway, she goes to visit her grandmother Eileen, who's 79, coming up 80, and 4 months ago her husband left her for a younger woman. So she doesn't want to grow old lonely. She wants to date someone, and she has a list of all the eligible bachelors in her hometown, obviously that are her age, but she doesn't really like any of them. So she's been discussing it with Lena, and Lena's like, right, okay, I've got a really good idea. Lena was only going to go for the weekend. She's like, I've got a really good idea. How about I stay here for 2 months and take on all your roles that you do, because like Eileen does neighbourhood watch to keep herself busy, and she does this and she does that. So Lena's like, I'll take on your role and you go to London, live in my flat with my flatmates, and, you know, date and see how it goes. So that's what they do. They basically house swap. So it's really, really good, really funny, also very touching in places. This is mostly surrounding family and friendship, but there is also a bit of, you know, relationship, dating, love type thing in here. So it's really, really good. I do highly recommend it. I actually liked this one a little bit more than Flatshare, so I gave this 5 stars. Flatshare got 4. But I just love Beth O'Leary's writing. Absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend picking this up. So this covered the book of reading a book in the same room. This covered the prompt of a book that will make you smile. To be fair, I read them both in the same room. They both made me smile, so win all around. Then I've had a rethink of my TBR. I'm not going to get through The Bear and the Nightingale today, so, and also I'm struggling with my mood a little bit, so it's not what I want to read. I want to read contemporary romances. So I have decided that for a book with a house on the cover, which is what The Bear and the Nightingale was, I'm going to go for Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now I know this has the night bus on the front, but if you turn it over, there are houses on the cover, as well as, you know, our wolf, but there are houses on the cover. So that's what I'm going to go for that. I was like, is there any way I can make this fit that prompt? And I turned it over and I was like, hell yes there is. So that's what I've decided to do for that one. Then for Somewhere You Wish You Could Go, which was Hogwarts for me, I always wish I could go to Hogwarts. I'm going to pick up In 5 Years, because this is set in New York, and I always wish I could go to New York as well. So I'm going to pick this one up. I was going to do the reverse, but when I realised it was house on the cover and not just buildings on the cover, I realised that that wasn't going to work. So yeah, but these are also interchangeable if they sort of say, oh no, it could be buildings on the cover. This could also be interchangeable. So I'm going to listen to this one and then jump back into Harry Potter and try and finish this off. So yeah, really excited. I've obviously got a lot of work to do because this will take me about, I think it's about 3.5 hours. Well, less than 3.5 hours, maybe 3 hours 15, and then I can't remember how long I've got left on this. So looking forward to carrying on though and reading. I have too many reading plans for next week, which I'm really excited about getting into because I've managed to make most of them fit into contemporary romance, which is exciting. So yeah, I'm gonna get on and get some reading done, but I will check back in with you later when I've got something to report. Hi team, it's a little bit later now. It's a lot later. It's 5:25 and I've just finished In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. Obviously I was taking breaks for lunch and I took a bit of a YouTube break as well to watch some YouTube, but I've just finished this. Oh my god. This is one of those books, you know, that you're going to be thinking about in years to come, in 5 years. That will just sit with you for a very long time after you've read it. It's absolutely beautiful. This is a tough book. I've just gone through, I've rated it 5 stars, but I've just gone through on Goodreads to see what other people are rating it, and I'm really surprised at the variance in ratings on this. There are a lot of people rating it less than what I was expecting. There was one person even mentioned that they went into this thinking it was a complete like fluffy love story, and that wasn't the case, and they were really disappointed. Now it literally says on the inside of the dust jacket at the bottom, perfect for fans of Me Before You and One Day. This heartbreaking story of love, loss and life will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about destiny. Didn't go into this thinking it was going to be a fluffy romance at all, but I wasn't expecting it to be as heavy as it was. So I don't want to tell you much more than what the inside sleeve tells you, to be perfectly honest. I want to tell you what happened because I saw one of the things coming and it irritated the life out of me because I just knew it was going to fucking happen. But the way it was done was very, very clever, very shocking, very heartbreaking. I just loved this. It was beautiful, and what I love about it as well is that I love books like this. I really, really do. They warm my heart so much. It's not just a love story, so it isn't actually at all pretty much a love story. It is a little bit, but that's not the basis of it. But it kind of is. So this is a love story in the sense that it's a friendship love story, and I love books like this. I love the I Heart series by Lindsay Kelk. That is a love story in several senses of the term. So it's a love story between a woman and her partner, so the guy that she ends up falling for. It's a love story between her and the person who becomes her best friend. It's a love story between her and the other friends she makes. It's a love story between a girl and New York City. And I just love that story. This is a love story, again, between a girl and her best friend. And it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. I cried so much during this book. Oh God, I adored it. It's beautiful, and I highly recommend reading it. I think it will work for some people, it might not work for others, but I just loved it. I really, really loved it. Trigger warnings for cancer, death of a loved one, also false pregnancy, not by somebody pretending that they're pregnant when they're not, but by somebody thinking they're pregnant when it turns out that they're not. It's something else. So just be wary of those going in if they are issues for you. But yeah, I loved this, no end. It was absolutely beautiful. Loved it so much. This was for the prompt for the reading rush to read a book set somewhere you wish you could go. You wish you could go. So I always wish I could go to New York City. So yeah, that's another book down this weekend, which I'm really, really glad about. So that's 3 books that I've read this weekend, which I'm so happy about. Actually 4 if you count Obsidio, which I finished on Thursday. So that's pretty awesome. So now I'm gonna get some food, and then I'm going to carry on with Harry Potter, because I am already, I think, 72 pages into this. 72 pages, I am here. I've got this much left to go. I don't know how much I've got left on the audio, to be perfectly honest, because obviously I've set my new phone up, so I need to download the audiobook again and figure out where I'm up to. I will check back in with you when I have something else to share. Hi team, I hope you're all well. I thought I'd just wrap up this vlog here because I haven't done so yet. So I managed to read 3 books, well no, I managed to actually read 5 books this weekend from Thursday through till Sunday. Well, kind of 4, because one of them I actually finished early hours of this morning, but well, let's just say 5. Let's say it counts for Sunday. So 5 books this weekend, but only 3 of them for the reading rush. So the first book that I completed this weekend was on Thursday, which was Obsidio, which was a reread for me. I gave it 5 stars. The next book that I completed was The Prince and the Dressmaker, which I also gave 5 stars. This was for the prompt of read a book in the same room. I read all of these books in the same room, to be fair, but read a book in the same room. Then I read The Switch by Beth O'Leary, which I also gave 5 stars. This was for the prompt of a book that will make you smile, which it absolutely did. All of these books made me smile, to be fair. 2 of them made me cry. Then I read In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. I think that's how you say her name. I'm really sorry if it's not. I gave this 5 stars as well, and this was for the prompt of read a book set somewhere you wish you could go, because I always wish I could go to New York. I also read another 100 pages for Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, but I didn't get it finished yesterday. And then last night I read Meet Cute Club by Jack Harben, which doesn't come out until the 5th of May actually. He has sent me an advanced copy so that I can read and review it for him, and I just started it last night and I couldn't stop. It was fantastic. I loved it. Again, gave it 5 stars. It was outstanding. I feel like I had a really, really good reading weekend, and I'm really happy about it, because now all I want to do is pick up books. So that's awesome, because I've been in a bit of a slump the last couple of weeks. So that's really, really good. The only prompt I didn't manage to complete for the reading rush was read a book with a house on the cover. I didn't manage to complete that prompt, but it's fine. I mean, in theory, there are buildings on the cover of In 5 Years, which I know they're New York and they're buildings, but some of these will be houses for people. So, well, not houses, but, you know, flats. That counts, right? Let's just say it does. So yeah, I had a really good reading weekend. I was really happy with everything that I read, and yeah, really happy. Had a great reading weekend. I was really glad about this weekend, actually. It was amazing. So I am going to end this vlog here. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these, what your thoughts were, if you've got any recommendations based on what I've read this weekend, because I'm always looking for new recommendations, because apparently I don't have enough books. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like down below if you have. I would really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Again, I would really appreciate it, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.